Good morning, guys. How are you? I hope everything goes well. For today's session, we are going to see our second model and all the things regards to it. Muy buenos días, queridos estudiantes. Les doy la bienvenida al segundo módulo de nuestro curso Inglés Básico. We are going to take into account like the different information according to it, yes, in regards to the different activities we have. So here I want to show you the following things. Ok. Recordemos que es muy importante realizar cada uno de los ejercicios debido a que cuentan con una ponderación, un porcentaje dentro de la nota final. So don't forget to do them. Of us, there are some exercises that are regarding to or focus on practices and a specific skill, an English skill. So in this way, we have over 3 and over 4, yes? For those of us, you're going to practice listening part, just to keep in mind this. Okay, here we have Model 2, Manhood, is the name of this model. Over 3, it is going to be available until next week, March 19th. The next over 4, listening to, is going to be available from the 20th, March the 20th, until March the 26th. Later, we have over 5, there is a test. There is going to be available from March the 27th until April the 2nd. Okay, so here we have those 3 of us. Later, we have those 3 tasks. Something pretty important that you keep in mind is that the most of the times you're going to work with an OVA in a task, but basically OVAs are just easy to make, easy to submit. The task or the form, it takes a little bit more time to do it. Okay. From this one, where I lay on this slide, it's going to be available from March the 13th until March the 19th. The next one, for Manhood, is going to be available until March the 26th. And for the quiz, until March the 31st. All right? So here we have the following information. So I'm going to start explaining the different topics we have. I hope that you can learn how you can use those different topics in context, what kind of examples you can use at the moment you want to use them, and the importance for language according to each of the contents we are going to study. So here we have the subject possessive. For the subject possessive, we have like 2 different rules, right? First of all, the first rule is according to, or like the objective of this content is to show possession about an object, about something. The second part is related to establish a relation between 2 people or 2 objects, or it can be a person or an object. It depends according to the thing you want to refer to, as well as the subject you are focusing on. So here we have singular noun and plural nouns. We're going to take into account this to establish what grammar can we use in relation to each of them. So Pedro's car, the dog's bone. All right, here we have a difference of there are similar examples, both of them are singular. We are just adding apostrophe s. And later, so first of all, we have like the principal noun, which is Pedro and the dogs. And later we have the object, and we're establishing a relationship between those 2 things. Yeah, we're saying that this car belongs to Pedro. Yeah, but pretty much we don't say that, el carro de Pedro, that we use in Spanish. But in English, we're going to use the name of the person, apostrophe s, and the object. So here we have. Entonces, para este subject possessive, sabemos que el apóstrofe, como en este caso se muestra dentro de cada una de esas oraciones, que indica que hay o muestra posesión de algún objeto, right? So number 2, the dog's bone is the same thing, but just adding the apostrophe plus s and later the object. Singular noun plus s, the actress mask, right? So here, where you can see it right there. Okay. Como este objeto al cual nos estamos refiriendo está en forma singular, vamos a colocar solamente, agregamos un apóstrofe y la S. Okay? That's pretty much. The boys' toys, all right. And the children's toy. So here we have S, apostrophe, and toy. En este caso tenemos el sustantivo singular, en este caso lo tenemos plural. Cuando estamos hablando de boys, right, we're just going to add an apostrophe and that's it. Porque el sujeto que tenemos aquí o el objeto al cual nos estamos refiriendo está en forma singular. A diferencia del siguiente, tenemos el objeto singular, pero el pronombre plural, that's why we put apostrophe s, right? Plural noun, Tom and Andy's toy is new. You are just referring to one object, which is a toy, right? That's why we're not going to put anything here just in this part. Vamos a agregar solamente la apóstrofe y la S al segundo nombre cuando el objeto del cual estamos hablando está en singular. Angela's and Diego's boards are big, right? Sure. So in this part, we are just mentioning the object is plural. That's why we're going to put apostrophe s in each of the names, all right? Good. Entonces, para que ustedes tengan muy en cuenta como tal esa explicación a nivel gramatical del Saxon possessive, you just can see those examples, you just can start working with them, like thinking about like different objects. I'm going to go back to see if someone is connected, but I don't see right here. Okay. So now let's continue. So here we have the possessive adjectives, okay? So the use of them are pretty much to show that something is from a person, yeah? It's very similar to the previous one, but we just really want to focus on like or showing the possession of this object. So look at those sentences and look at them, okay? I have a car, we say my car is a shorter word to say that, but it means or it refers to the same thing. You have a motorbike, your motorbike. He has a race car, his race car. She has a spacecraft, her spacecraft. It has a sword, its sword. We have motorbikes, our motorbikes. You have handcats, your handcats. And they have capes, their capes, all right? Ok, entonces en este caso vemos una oración utilizando el pronombre. Y aquí tenemos los adjetivos posesivos, which are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. ¿Ok? Listo. Para empezar, es importante anotar lo siguiente. Tenemos que el you lo utilizamos tanto para singular como para plural de la misma manera, al igual que los adjetivos posesivos. Your. Recordemos que en pronombre tenemos it, pero en el adjetivo posesivo we have its. His is referring to a male, to he, and her is referring to a woman, she, all right? Their, the pronunciation, is referring to they. All right. Now I'm going to invite you to see the following pictures and the idea is that you are going to start creating like different sentences using possessive adjectives, right? Or think about when you see this video class, in what sentences you can create in order to use possessive adjectives as well as the subject possessive. Okay, here we have a cake, right, or a piece of cake. Where can you say according to it? We can say her cake or Maria's cake, yeah. Number two, acts, where we can say his acts, all right, or we can say Perry's family acts, okay. Fish, where we can say Anna's egg, Anna's fish, all right. Good. Here we have different kind of headphones. They're headphones because there are many, yeah. Maybe we want to refer they are from relatives or from students, different people. Okay. So now let's continue. We have possessive pronouns. Okay. Hasta ahora si ustedes tienen alguna pregunta, recuerden que pueden hacerla en ese momento para clarificar cualquier duda, like anything that you want to tell me, so you can do it right now. Okay, so here I'm going to go back to our presentation and let's continue. Possessive pronouns, all right. When do we use or where is the use of possessive pronouns? We have like different of them, right? Okay, now I want to show you those images, those pictures, and it is going to be completely the same. What things you can tell me according to it? If you wanna brush your teeth, yeah, you say that this one is my brush, all right, my toothbrush, that one, her bicycle, or we can say Maria's bicycle, the next one, their scarves or children scarves, all right. Then we have lipstick. We can say our lipsticks, and that's it. Okay. Now, WA question. When do we use them? When we are making a question and we are focusing on asking for a specific kind of information. As we have here, we have who, what, when, how, why, and where. Who is referring to, you are asking for the person who did this action or who is doing this action. What is a thing or an action? When it is a time, where is a place, why is the reason that something happened. You really want to have the reason why this person does something. How is a number or other way something is done. Ok, entonces recordemos que el who traduce quién, el what, qué o cuál, when, cuándo, where, dónde, why, por qué, and how, cómo. Todos ellos en este caso están haciendo referencia al WH question que agregamos al inicio de una pregunta. También tienen otro uso como una cláusula relativa que va en intermedio de dos oraciones. Cuando decimos, él es Pedro, quien trabajó en tal compañía, yeah? You just are like, it has, like this topic has different uses, but just here we're focusing on questions, WH questions. Okay, look at those examples. What thing, when time, who person, where place, why reason, and how or feelings. Where is that? When is the game? Who do you live with? Where do you live? Why are you happy? And how are you? Sure. There is and there are. We have these four. Okay. There is and there are, like in Spanish, it has only just one meaning, hay, del verbo haber, tanto en plural como en singular. But in English, we have like some differences according to the way that we are going to write them. Here we have affirmative, negative, and questions. Singular and plural. All right. There is, there are. Here we have there is, there are, there is not, there are not, is there, are there. Okay. You can say there is a table, there are tables, there is not a computer, there are not computers, is there a table, are there tables? Okay, you can see the difference according to those examples. Now here you're going to see other examples that can help you with this information. We have a positive and negative statement and some questions. Here we have, okay, you are going to focus in first of all on the images. I really want that you do so. Ustedes van a tener en cuenta, muy en cuenta cada una de las imágenes que vemos allí y van a pensar de qué manera nosotros podemos crear ese tipo de oraciones teniendo en cuenta la gramática anteriormente vista. So, there is a robot in my bedroom. Ok, algo para tener aquí presente. Tenemos there is, singular, a, because in English, when you really want to focus on only an object, you have to mention with a or an, depending if the object starts with a vowel or with a consonant. So, the next one. Positive statement, use there are plus the plural noun. There are two motorcycles in the garage. Ok. Entonces tenemos aquí, la primera diferencia radica en que acá vamos a utilizar el uso del a en los plurales nunca, porque vamos a colocar el número o sencillamente el sujeto al cual nos estamos refiriendo. In the negative statement, we have use there is no or there is not for negative statements plus singular noun. There is no car in my room, or I can say there is not car in my room. Use there are no for negative statements plus the plural noun. There are no cars in my room. All right, good. So here, what is the main difference? We have this subject in plural, of course, this one is in singular. Next one, the question for uses there plus a plus the singular noun, and here other there plus the plural noun. Is there a dragon in the bedroom? Are there police officers in the garage? Okay, so here we have, first of all, we're just going to mix the use, like the most frequently used of there is. This one is just in another way. And are there is going to be the other possibility. Okay. So here we have, if you have any question, don't forget to let me know right now. I'm going to see if someone is connected, but no so far. So here I really want to welcome you to ask anything you want. Okay, let's continue. Frequency adverbs. Frequency adverbs are pretty common to use when you are talking about your habits, your daily routine, pretty much. We are going to see them and later some examples. Always, the 100%, almost always, the 90%, usually, often, frequently. Those are synonyms, 80%. Sometimes, occasionally, the 50%, rarely, seldom, not very often, the 20%, hardly ever, 10%, and never 0%. ¿Ok? Cada uno de ellos cuenta por una escala en relación al uso que le damos a algún tipo de actividad. Si siempre la hacemos, casi siempre, usualmente, frecuentemente, ocasionalmente, algunas veces, rara vez, casi nunca o nunca, right? Esos son los adverbios de frecuencia que nosotros tenemos. In this case, I want to just encourage you, like starting creating some different sentences. So look at the following image and create sentences in order to use frequency adverbs. What is going to be idea like to do this exercise? You're going to keep in mind all of them, and later you're going to choose an action that you see right here, and you have to use a frequency adverb. So for example, look at the woman that is right here. What about you? Do you usually use your cell phone? Or do you always use your cell phone? We can say that she always uses her cell phone. Yes? Or I usually use my cell phone. Okay, the next one. Can you see here is a woman sitting on a bench, where we can say according to that. I almost always sit on a bench. But if you're talking about she, you can say she almost always sits on a bench. Okay, perfect. Ride a bicycle. Look at her. Or you can say according to this, maybe usually, I usually, or she usually rides a bicycle. Perhaps she seldom rides a bicycle. Another option, do gymnastics, for instance. They hardly ever do gymnastics, or you hardly ever do gymnastics. Never. Okay, something that you don't like doing, for example, cook. He never cooks in his house. He never goes to the cinema or something like that. Okay, but it's like think about your lifestyle, think about the activities you like doing, and start making some questions with this information. Good. Quantifiers, we have this one. I'm going to go back. Okay, so now let's continue. Quantifiers. Look at the following image and create sentences in order to use them. Now, when do we use them? When we really want to express the quantity about something. In this part, we're going to focus on there is and with those there are. There is a park. There are a couple of parking lots. There is an aquarium. There are many restaurants. There is one pub. There is not a stadium. There is much water. There are some apartment buildings. There is a lot of grass in the port, and there are a lot of trees. Ok, ¿qué podemos ver? Todos el there is sabemos, como le mencionamos anteriormente, que hacen referencia a pronombres singulares, a diferencia del there are pronombres plurales. En este caso tenemos el uso del a and one, could be no, there is in negative way, much, yes, para decir mucha. A lot of también significa mucho, entonces tenemos dos maneras. La diferencia radica en que a lot of puede ser utilizado tanto para singular como para plural. Some, algo de, we can use in singular and plural as well. Many is the other thing to say much, because here is a countable thing. A couple of, cuando queremos decir hay una pareja de, and then you mention. All right. So here, those are like the different things according to the different topics you're going to start working with. I want to show you guys, I really want to show you different activities which you're going to find right there in the second module. Listo, vamos a ver en esos momentos algunas de las actividades, la descripción de ellas en relación con lo que ustedes deben entregar. So in this part, we're going to go to Module 2. Okay, Here we have the material module 2. Recordemos que ustedes tienen un PDF con más ejemplos de los temas o contenidos que vimos en esa videoclase para que ustedes puedan leer dicha información y hacer práctica. Tenemos también en este caso Grammar and Vocabulary 2, ¿ya? Esas son las diferentes infografías para este segundo módulo. Allí pueden encontrar de forma mucho más amplia cada uno de los temas que tenemos. Source-centered family, the substance possessive, possessive adjectives, stories and there are, places at home, frequency adverbs, quantifiers, how to make glosses, place in the city verbs, and place in a neighborhood. Algo importante, bueno, acá les damos las indicaciones de cómo hacer glosas. Esa va a ser uno de los puntos de este workshop. ¿Cuál es la idea? Es que ustedes busquen diferentes tipos. Bueno, primero van a tener en cuenta que cuando nosotros hacemos la lectura de un texto, generalmente nos enfocamos en las ideas claves para desde allí elaborar lo que requiramos. En este caso, what is a gloss? Entonces, una glosa es una nota que resume como tal un párrafo y está ubicada generalmente en a la margen derecha de la página. En este caso, si esta es nuestra página, vamos a colocar en esta parte nuestras glosas. So here is a paragraph, and the main idea of this is history of Olympic Games. The other part, the classification of Olympic Games. Esa es una invitación para que nosotros empecemos a utilizar un tipo de estrategia de lectura que nos permite acercarnos mucho más a un texto y tener ideas claras sobre el mismo. Ya en la medida en que nosotros vamos a retomar la lectura, si tenemos notas al margen de la página, va a ser mucho más sencillo poder recordar la información ya leída. Okay, this one is something that I really want to mention. So here we're going to go back. English pronunciation, if you wanna click on here and then practice with some exercises, how to improve your pronunciation. Topics model 1, okay. So then we have, this is me, the forum, yeah, my family member, and the evaluation with the quiz, number 1. Okay, so let's see. Number 2, where I lie in this slide, my hood and the quiz. Okay, so here we have, this corner is going to be the first activity. There are different kind of exercises. Recuerden que es importante que ustedes para realizar este workshop deben contar con un tiempo aproximado de 4 horas para la realización del mismo. Puede que ustedes gasten menos tiempo, pero sí es importante que visualicen primero los puntos que tenemos que desarrollar. Algunas son preguntas abiertas, pues requieren de un mayor tiempo de dedicación. Later, we have my hood, which is our forum, and quiz number 2, which is our evaluation. Okay, so here we have the following steps. Video, draw a map of your neighborhood and you can use Spout, all right? Point out the most important places, include tags. Make an oral presentation in the video describing your neighborhood. Use there is, there are, and quantifiers to show the places that are in your hood. Video length 2 or 3 minutes. 14 pause, ok. Entonces tenemos dos partes. En la primera, ustedes van a dibujar o van a realizar un mapa de su barrio. Para ello pueden utilizar la aplicación Powtoon. Luego van a señalar los lugares más importantes utilizando etiquetas. Es decir, si tenemos la panadería, el supermercado, entonces vamos a ponerle los nombres en inglés, bakery, supermarket, the drugstore, yeah, all the places. Posteriormente, van a grabarse haciendo una presentación oral del video en referencia a la descripción de su barrio, teniendo en cuenta el uso del there is, there are, de los quantifiers o cuantificadores, mostrando los lugares que ustedes tienen allí. ¿Okay? Recuerden que es importante que mientras ustedes van grabando el video, también aparezcan para corroborar que la información o que la persona que está grabando el video efectivamente son cada uno de ustedes. Later, we have part number 2, the forum pause. Once you and your classmates upload the videos, take a look at your partner's description of their neighborhoods. Just go up to read and write a post answering the following questions. How is his neighborhood different or similar to yours? And what do you like most? Ok, posteriormente, una vez que ustedes ya hayan subido todos los videos, van a escoger un video, van a mirar la descripción que sus compañeros hicieron y a partir de ahí van a contestar estas dos preguntas. ¿Cómo su barrio es diferente o similar al del compañero? ¿Y qué les gustó más? Teniendo en cuenta estas dos preguntas, van a escribir por lo menos 50 palabras. Y algo importante para notar es que se debe tener en cuenta el uso del there is and there are, tanto de forma negativa como afirmativa, y pues preguntas necesarias si también surgen. Aquí ustedes pueden darle clic a My Hood Example y pueden ver el video que hace referencia a ello. Okay, and this part is the performance criteria with the different items we have or those we focus on at the moment we're going to evaluate this activity. And finally, the quiz. All right, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching me. In case if you have any questions, don't forget to write an email for me. And I hope that you have a great day. And let's see you other day. Bye-bye.